Good morning. It's Terry Talks Embroidery, and I apologize we've been gone so long. We've been doing renovations, not really renovations per se, but reorganizing up front in the shop, and we'll do a separate video to show you that. But we've also, the thing that's really pulled us away, been working upstairs in the office space that we have to get 2 rooms ready for my daughter, Brooke, and her Brooke's Brows and Lashes. So we'll do a separate video so you can see that. It's taken a lot of work to get her compliant, but we'll show you guys that. So we have been extremely busy doing that and just trying to get our work done. So the struggle has been real. And we weren't going to video today, but we had a struggle. And I thought, you know, now's the time to video so you guys can see this. And I know you guys are experiencing struggles, and I don't want you to think you're alone, because you're not. You're not alone. The struggle is real. It's real every day. Welcome to One Divine Design. We have our puppies that come to work with us every day. This is Charlie, and we got Theo.
He is not loving Theo.
And
right
Bella and Harley are around here somewhere. So the struggle is real. But we've been doing hats. We have 50, actually I think 61 hats to do. These are involving a full front, embroidery on the left side and the right side, which we're going to be doing here, and on the back, which we're doing in the front of the shop. We'll show you that in another video.
You can see all the hats sitting around the room.
But we'll do a video, a separate video on that, because we've implemented 3 different methods to sewing on the sides and back of the hat. Of course, the front of the hat, we're using the wide angle cap frame that comes with our system. So, but again, that'll be a separate video. Today we came in, we were gonna get started on our hats right away, and all of a sudden I heard clang clang in the machine and thought it was just my bobbin, which the bobbin was out. But if you can get a close-up of this, because this is the real problem. See how this is just free-flowing, swinging around. That is not good. That will not work. So we're going to have to fix that, and that's something even in your training, the 2-day training that you probably had would not have been covered. So I wanted to make sure we did a video out there to cover that. This, if you ever have to take your side pieces off, and ultimately this finger here, this is the one that is causing the issue. If you can get a zoomed in picture. I call this a finger because it extends from this side here and it goes in like that. And that is what holds the bobbin case holder in place. So if you want to stay right there, Brooke, you're gonna need your, next to the smallest Allen wrench, you're going to take these screws off. The first time I had to do this myself, a jacket had gotten caught in the hook, and I had to take this off to get it out. Some of the newer models have a hook protector, but that does not mean you will not have this problem ever. So we need to get this spun back around. We're gonna have to put the finger back in place so that it is holding this in place. And you see there's a groove right there. You may or may not see that. And that is where your finger goes, right there. Now the key to this whole thing is you're gonna get your screws started again. So you're gonna get those back in. And this is critical. I've talked to some of my trainees out there who ended up having to do this. And when, for my trainees, we do mention what this tool is that we're about to use, because otherwise you think it's a useless piece of metal. It is not. It comes in your kit, just like the Allen wrenches do. So get your screws started, but do not tighten them all the way, okay? This still needs to be able to move some, but just not freely. So what you're gonna do is, this came in your kit, this little metal, very thin piece of metal came with your kit. You're gonna bend this back slightly. You're gonna put it in between this black piece that holds your bobbin and the finger, because you need that small of a space. Very good video. You need the thickness of this metal plate between your finger there. You can see it going up and down between this finger and that black metal plate, okay? Now you're going to tighten your screws to maintain that tightness. Whoops, we'll have to put it back in. I think I had my screws just a little too loose. All right, so let's check it again. And now I'm gonna push it back and tighten these screws. So the amount of space I have is the width of that metal plate. I have no idea how it got loose from that. Maybe it was all the sewing we were doing yesterday, because we were cranking out 60 hats yesterday. And we're on the downhill slide now. All right, so tightened. We still have now the distance, the thickness of this piece of metal, and you see now it does not move around freely. And now I can put my bobbin case back in, and we're good to go. So that is how you make the adjustment for your bobbin case. And it's important to make sure you have this tool. You need the distance, or this amount. It's very thin, but it's thick enough to allow your needle to come down and engage your bobbin. If you don't have one of these, you can order it from Melco. I'll put a link at the bottom of the video where you can get your supplies if you've misplaced yours. Thanks and happy sewing.